Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Right, today we're going to have a look at and inside these cheapy pinpointer things. Very cheap and nasty. This one is, I admit, I bought when I first started and it's absolutely rubbish. It lights up and it beeps, but it's not working. Nothing. And I think that's the way to go on these things. They don't last 5 minutes. Normally find these on eBay or Amazon, 15 quid, something like that. You know it's going to be rubbish. So what we're going to do in a minute, we'll take it apart and have a look, see what the problem is, and see what it's made of. You can see on there it's got its standard 9-volt battery it takes, and it's 270 milliwatt, whatever that is. So yeah, this is a Flurion, or might as well just say garbage on there basically, isn't it? But yeah, it is lighting up, but I say it's not pinpointing. Yeah, it'll beep when I turn it on, and that's it. There we go, we've got a coin here, look. Nothing. Right, so let's have a look. Just take the top off. And let's see where the lanyard goes. Right, so obviously standard 9-volt battery in there. Battery. And there's one screw somewhere in there I need to take out. So I'm going to take that out and then start pulling this gubbins out, and let's see what we get in it. Right, back in a mo. Right, managed to get this screw out eventually. It was turning but wouldn't come out. So hopefully now we can pull this out. I'm just going to use these little grips. Oh. Yeah, we got it. Right. So let's see if we can just pull this out gently. He says. Oh, let's released it. And there is the motherboard. Right, I'll just check these wires at the top here. They are attached. Okay, let's have a look at the board. There's something else down in there. Need to get that out as well, hopefully. Actually I can see. Let's see, can we zoom in on that? Can you see that broken wire? Let's see if we can get you on. Let's see what's that. This side here. You see that broken wire there? There's a broken wire there. So that was problem why it's not doing anything. So first, let's have a look at the board. So they're attached there. They're fine. So see exactly what's happening here. So there's your, what's that say there? Pointer version 5. So I wonder what version 1 was like. So your battery, let's just push it in so we know which side it is. Plus, let's just give us that bit comfort. There we go. So let's just see which is plus. We've got orange light on. And where's the button there? So it must be the other way. There, light has come on. One beep. Right, so plus is on this side here. So let's just take that away. Let's have a look then. No, focus. There we go. So plus is running down this side. It's running into some little capacitor there. Let's get me screwdriver so we do it that way. Right, there we go. Yeah, so plus is running into here, and it seems to run through this little one here, a UF capacitor I think they're called, into this main big one here. So 9 volts running in. Now that says 16V, which is 16 volts. So is it boosting from 9 to 16 to make whatever's inside there work? That's what I'm thinking. I'm not a technical guy, so if anybody out there knows, is that just boosting up the power? Then it must just run all the way down here to these elements down here, and then into whatever's sat down in the bottom of there. So that's what we need to get out next. Get that out, see if we can fix it. Not that I'll ever use it, but it'd be nice if we can fix it. But actually everything on the board looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. Let's check on the back side. No idea what that is there. What's that say? YXD something Z. Whatever that is. And what the hell is this? Where's that attached to? These are 1703s. It's somewhere around here. So it's soldered onto somewhere this bit here. No idea. So I don't know much about these things here. Right, so what we need to do is, right, well they fell off now. So it's something else I'm going to have to solder on to make sure it works. Right. Well, I'll make it easier anyway to get this, whatever's in there, hopefully should pull out. So let's see if we can get this out. Just let's see if it's easy. See if it's easy to pull out. It's moved. And I can see a broken wire anyway. See that wire there looks broken? Right. Right, now it's struggling to come out. Right, let me get back to you and see if I can get this out without breaking any more wires, and I'll get back to you. So, I have got it out. It came out. And we've got a broken wire on this side here, which obviously goes just somewhere in there. And this looks like a rubber shielding. So what we'll do, we'll take that off, and we'll see what's in there. Obviously this is the main bit what reacts to metal. So let's see if we can get this off. Right, so what I've done, I've just put a slit all the way down, and it's, you see now it's exposing wound copper. Wound copper. So, and we can see, so we can look at the end. So let's have a look, can we see where that other bit goes? Ah, there. So that bit's broken off from there. Maybe we can get away to soldering that. So I gather it's just a plus and a minus each end. I don't think it really matters. Right. Okay. So now I know what looks like inside a cheapy pinpointer. And probably need to figure out on this end which end will attach to this end here. Don't know if there's a plus and a minus, we're not quite sure. Doesn't really say. That's just the capacitor numbers. Right, well, we can try it. We can try that. We'll see if we can get that working again. Like I say, I won't use it, but be interested to see if we can get that working. So basically you can see what they are inside. Not a lot. Right, so we better go and get the old soldering iron set up and see if we can get this thing working. Right guys, just got my thing on, my thing. Just trying to get that up to temperature. 350 I'm going to put it at, so I don't want to be too hot because this is very thin wire. So I've got to think of somehow how I can see if that'll solder onto there. Maybe if not, I'll probably have to try and twist it around there, and then put a blob of solder on, just so that it makes a connection. So I'm going to try and just tin the copper, put a thin layer of what do you call it? I forgot what it's called now. Solder. Try and put a thin layer of solder just on each one, and then see if they'll just bond together. I haven't got much to play with on that end, so if it doesn't work, what I'll do, I'll see if I can twist this. See if I can twist the long one, twist it around the short one, and then put solder on there, just to keep it in place. And it just looks like covering it is just sellotape or something, so not very good, is it? So let's just see. Looks like we know it's temperature. Let's just see if it'll actually tin. I'll see if I can zoom in a little bit. Get you fairly. So let's just see if we can get some tin on that first. Just tin it. No, it won't. Tin it. Yes, it has tinned it. Yeah. Yeah, just got a little bit on. So we need to now get some on this bit, the fiddly bit. Let's just see if we can tin that a little bit. That is very difficult. It's gone on. It's gone on. Yeah, it's gone on. So that's been tinned. Ooh. So what we've got to try and do now, probably missed all that, but what I've got to try and do now is just bond them together. Just see if they'll bond and they'll hold. So, see if that'll happen. Get a fair bit on there. Okay, they've actually gone together quite well. It's gone together quite well. Let's see if we can see that. So I can show you. There we go. So that's kind of worked there. How strong it'll be, I don't know. I'm just going to move it a bit and see if it'll. Yeah, it seems pretty good. So we can keep that like that breaking again. Let's put you back on there. There we go. Yeah. So I just put some tape around there to hold it. That should be okay. Now I don't know if tape is actually. I'm just going to peel back some tape here. Right, so it's not actually touching that bit in there, so we need to get some tape on the inside of that, and then tape over the top of it. So what I've got is just some normal like parcel tape, brown tape. That should do it. That should do it. I'll cut that into strips and just put it round there and just see if that'll hold it in place. You can see that's all wound round. That's not very good wound around there. I wonder if it makes a difference when it's all tightly packed around the spaces in it. Right, let's get some tape around it then. I'm just going to use normal this brown tape. Let's zoom it out. So I'm just going to cut some of this up. Just strip it a little bit. Create a little strip. off there. Let's just have a little strip first, just so we can cover that. Okay, this is not brilliant, but what I'm trying to do is just stop it so it's not touching on that side, or on the conductor there, I believe it might be called. The tape is a little bit too big. I can't see why it's going to cause any problems. So I'll just run that round there like that. Let's just stick that down there. And we'll push that back up to the top. And then we'll whack another bit of tape around that, just to protect that. Let's cut another bit off. Up. Stick to my fingers. Let's just make that a bit smaller actually, we don't need too much. Right, so yeah, so I'm just going to put another bit of tape on top of there now. It just protects that where I've soldered the joint. There, that's all we need to do on that. So, that is that bit. Now we need to work out if there's a plus and minus on the board where they solder into, which is this end here. So let's go for potluck. I should get away with it just actually joining them on as it is. So let's find the end of the thing. Let's see if there's actually a distance. I would say the way it's looking is probably that way. I would say probably that way. So let's, I'm going to tin them. Let's just put a bit of tinning on, and we should be able to use the old solder what's on there. Just get rid of that old solder what's on there. There we go. Let's just see if we can, that's where before we do that, let's just straighten that bit out there. Make that a bit straighter. There we go. Right, so let's just see if we can tin that. And tinning basically just, it helps it stick to the solder what's already on there. That's all it's doing. Yeah, it's got a bit on. A little bit on this side. Yeah, that'll be enough. So what we're going to try and do now, just see if we can just join them on, and we'll just whack the battery in, just see if it'll do anything. So let's do this first one first. That one's on. Let's just put this one down to there. Just give it a little bit of heat. And she's on. Now it's connected. So the question will be now, will it do anything? So if I zoom out for you, got the battery. So let's just see first which way it goes. I can't remember actually. Let's just see. Oh, light is on. Light is on. We had one beep. And it's working. Yeah, that's working. So we got it working. That'll be from the washing machine underneath. So what's we got? Oh, bit of screwdriver. So is that actually working better? Right, okay. So what we've got to do then, let's just take that off. Not quite sure what I'm going to do with the rubber sheath where I've cut it. There might be just a bit of tape around it, it should be okay. It's only a bit of protection, that's all it is. So, let's see which way it would actually go in. Is it that way? That's probably, yeah, that's pretty tight. Yeah, so I've just put a bit of tape around there and then push her back into the main tube. and we'll see if that will work. Right, so I need some tape. So I'm going to try and make this quite tight actually then. So if I get some tape off, actually it'll be pretty good how it is there. That back together there. And remember guys, I'm not going to use this anyway. I just want to see if I can fix it and just have a look at the insides of it. So what we need to do now is get this back inside there. I shouldn't think it really matters what way it goes down into it. So let's see if I can push that down. And if I use a screwdriver, we'll just see if we can push that back down to where it was. Yep. And that's gone in. That's gone in perfect. So if we whack the screw back in, there, we can get this screw back in, and we'll get it back together. Screw up there. Let's see where the screw is. It is at the top bit there. Screws at the top there. So we need to try and get this back in there. I'm just looking at the actual battery terminals. They don't look very. Mind you, saying that. No, that is right. Yeah, that's they make contact. That's fine. So yeah, we can get this screw back in. I'm pretty sure the screwdriver is magnetic. It is a little bit. Let's see if we can get that to hold on. So screw. Yep, that's gone in. Make sure it's tight. That's good. Let's see if we can get that blue tack out. There she is. So that's back out. So there we go, we've got it all screwed back in. Right. Got a light on. Let's screw that on. Okay. Let me just turn my machine off. There we go. Okay, so we have. Right, now I've got a problem. It is not turning off. Okay, so is that board not sat on the button properly? Right. So I've got to have a look why it's doing that. So right, so I've got it back out again. It could have been possibly that wire was sat in the way of it. Trying to figure out these grooves each side where this board's sitting in. So I wonder if it'll go that way. It's very hard to see where it's sitting in. Right, I don't know if I've got it or not. What I have to do is take that rubber thing off there so I can see where it was lining up. Now, I don't know if it's going to work. I might have broke the wire as I was pushing it down again. Let's just stick the battery in. No. So it must have broke the wire again as we were pushing it in. Yeah. So I'm going to have to take that out again and just see if we can do it another way, get it seated in. That probably don't help either. So let's see how we get on. I'll be back in a moment. Right, that took me quite a while to actually get this to get in without kept breaking the wires inside. But it looks like I've actually got it right now. Light is on. Bit of metal. I don't think that bar is sitting right down the bottom, but you just can't get it to push it down. So I'm hoping I put the rubber button back on, if I can. No, that's going to stop any water coming in out, I'm sure. Yep, it does click. But I've noticed, let's see which way it goes in. There. Yep. So it's off, on. Yeah, it does work. Yep. I know, so that is not completely pushed right in. I'll just push it a bit more. I probably broke the wire now. No, we haven't. Yeah, it is working. Turn off. Turn on. Yeah. So, we got it working. We got it working. So what I'm going to do now is put the screw back in. Hopefully it's in the right place. I think it is. It looks just slightly off centre. That should go in. That should go in. Let's just turn the soldering iron off. There we go. Yeah, it's a bit of an awkward one. Just the way the wires were pushing in there. Because of the very thin copper, it was just snapping all the time. So it took quite a few attempts to actually get it to sit down nicely without it snapping the wires. So I just need to have a look where that actually screw is going in, which is there. So let's get that screwed back in. Yep. Lovely, nice and tight. There we go. So we'll just check there. We've got a light is on, and it is working. So let's put the top on. Okay, off button, on button. Okay, let's get a coin. So a coin. So, working, perfectly working. It seems a bit. I know there's a washing machine under here, so that's probably why it keeps setting off. Look, see? Yeah, so we actually got it working. But the thing is, guys, you've seen inside them. Very cheap. Don't bother. Don't bother. Pay the money. Get a decent one. Garrett, X-Pointer, the XP ones, whatever. But don't get these cheap ones from eBay, Amazon, £15, because they're just no good. They won't last that long. And you see, probably when you're throwing it down, dropping it, that's why the cables snap on it. No protection at all. And obviously, see, that's not gonna make it waterproof. Just that thing there. There you go, we got it sorted in the end, guys. Remember, Florian and all the other crap, don't buy. Thanks for watching, guys. See you all soon. Bye.